Thank you very much, House Chairperson. You will soon have to pardon me because I must go and, as now Deputy President of the Economic Freedom Fighters, the qualitative majority in this parliament, I'll have to go and address a community meeting in Davidton, in Ekurhuleni, where we're soon going to be government after the local government elections. Now, in 1978, China adopted a strategy whose principle was to say agriculture is the foundation and industry is the pillar of the economy. And that strategy heralded one of the most successful industrial expansion programs in the world since the beginning of humanity. China is today the second biggest economy in the world. It supplies virtually everything, all the finished goods and services and products to all corners of the world because of a program, a strategy whose foundation was agricultural expansion and protection. So industry and manufacturing just becomes an offspring of agricultural protection and productivity. That is what should define industrial expansion in South Africa. But to have agricultural expansion, you need land. You need a state that commits to its own manifestos, which says that you must buy locally, you must buy the food locally. The state is the biggest consumer of food in South Africa through the schools feeding schemes, the prisons and hospitals. If you can utilize that instrument, including a clearly defined agricultural support, that then becomes your foundation for agricultural expansion. But now, the budget which you're saying we must adopt here, it's not about expansion of industry. It's primarily about protection of the existing, mostly foreign industries. It's to say that we must spend 67% of the 10 billion, which we are asking for here, that we must spend 67% incentivizing the existing industries, which are largely foreign. So I don't know why you're not called the Ministry and Department of Incentives, because a large part of your work is about that. You're not dedicating much energy to industrial expansion. Now, all countries that have successfully industrialized have invested in their own products and services that they produce locally. So what you have to do, at least you must agree in principle that a minimum of 50% of the budget of trade and industry and all other entities that deals with development finance must be invested in the Made in South Africa brand. That is what you must be looking into, so that you can be able to expand that and utilize the local shelf spaces, use the continental shelf spaces to distribute those basic goods and services. South African shelves today in all the retail stores are populated by made in China, made in America, made in Europe goods and services. And that is where you should start if you want to expand the economy. But also you have got a disjointed form in terms of how you deal with industrial policy. You need to bring everything under one basket. IDC, all these key components that deal with industrial expansion. And then you'll then begin to realize proper expansion. There is no, Chairperson, there is no benefit yet from the Black Industrialist Program. The Deputy Minister was just telling me now when we're coming here that we have not yet approved even one black industrialist, despite the fact that you asked for 1 billion rands to be ring-fenced in the budget of last year for Black Industrialist Program. We have not yet been shown a black industrialist who is a product of this process that you're saying engaged in.
Thank you very much.
In that basis, because the conceptual foundation of industrial policy is flawed, we do not support the budget. Thank you very much.
Thank you.